Good evening. I am Chuck Skell, President of the Utah Sports Hall of Fame Foundation, and I would like to welcome you to what promises to be a memorable evening for all of you, as well as for our class of 2012.
There you go. Okay.
When you hear Stockton and Malone, they just go hand in hand, and to go in with him, it'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I hadn't seen him in a while. We need to stop this interview because John Stockton is right here now. So we got to wait now.
We're connected more than career-wise. We're connected emotionally from a long time ago. We're just best of friends. Best of friends don't have to see each other every day. And he's not waiting by the phone saying, why hasn't Stock called this week or this month or a couple months? But we can start it all over with a drop of a dime. We can start it over with a meeting like this. It's like we've never been separate. So that's a good friendship, and there are few. You can probably count those on one hand if you're fortunate, and we can.
It is my pleasure to be here tonight. Our class of 2012, boy, I'll tell you what, talk about the who's who of Utah sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2012 Utah Sports Hall of Fame inductee Richard George. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2012 Utah Sports Hall of Fame inductee John Stockton. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2012 Utah Sports Hall of Fame inductee Doug Padilla. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2012 Utah Sports Hall of Fame inductee Carl Malone. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2012 Utah Sports Hall of Fame inductee Chad Lewis.
He told us, he said, the time will come that you will not be able to read the dates or the distances on the trophies and the medals that you've received. The time will come when your photographs and articles will become so faded that no one will be able to read the year in which they were won. He said the most important thing was for us to become champions in life and not just on the track and the field. He told us that the service we provide, the coaching we give, the type of person we become is what really makes a champion in life.
I can relate with Lou Gehrig when he retired from the game of baseball, and he said to the whole world, I consider myself the luckiest person on the face of the earth. I feel that way right now. My parents, who are here at an early age, they taught me, number one, to rise up, to face life's challenges. And number two, always be grateful by counting your blessings. I have been surrounded by the greatest people imaginable.
I guess I would have an invitation to each of you here. If you have a child or a grandchild who is on the small side, who is picked last when it comes time for athletic events, who is typically looked over, and doesn't have that self-confidence or self-belief, I would encourage you, please, provide encouragement. And perhaps you can be the belief in them until they can gain the belief in themselves.
After 19 straight years of going home after a season, the first thing we do before we'd unload the car, the kids, or anything else would be walk into Mom and Dad's house. And I'll never forget that feeling of walking in, that deep breath that you take when you're so incredibly comfortable and truly at home, and everything is as it should be. Maybe a kickball game starts or something that's so familiar that it's home. It's a similar feeling to what I had here this evening, what I have every time I walk into this beautiful house that Larry Miller built for all of us, and I am truly at home here.
I would like to personally say thanks to Larry, who taught me how to be respectful and lay it on the line every single night.
I want to say thanks to Larry, who's smiling upon us right now, and dare to take a chance to build a building like this when no one else would do it. I want to say to Larry, I know you're smiling down. You're in our prayers and thoughts. And I would like to say to the fans of Utah, thanks for accepting me for who I am and who I was and who I'll ever be.
Well, this is our class of 2012. How about another hand for them?
To all of you, my heartfelt thanks. And I've got a new heart. Well, it's patched up anyway, and it's beating strongly for all of you.
Remember when I was young, so were you, and time stood still.
All of you, some 525 of you, from distance points, from coast to coast, and from border to border, the foundation thanks you. You owe yourself a round of applause, and I'll start it.
Remember when 30 seems so old now, looking back, it's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Said we'd do it all again. Remember when?
Congratulations to our newest members of the Utah Sports Hall of Fame. We hope that this night will be as memorable for you as it has been for the rest of us. Remember, we do this every year, so you're always invited to come back and lend your support to the memory of those who preceded you and to those who will follow you into the hall.
And we'll remember when. Remember when